What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called Balrum, which sounds like probably the universe's worst beverage, but we're going to take a look at the game and see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or otherwise pass on. Balrum is a game that has been suggested to me many times, and for some reason, me and this game have never connected. Not in terms of not being interested in the subject matter, but like it's just never kind of had the time to make a video. Keep slipping my mind, whatever else. This morning, I had time to sit down and play the game for about 2.5 hours prior to the recording of this, and while I feel like that's not quite enough time to fully grasp everything that this sprawling little RPG has going on, it is enough to give you the bare basics and help you figure out whether or not it's a title you wanted to check out for yourself. So, if after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. On top of that, you can also take a look. What is that right there? A giant mantis? On top of that, if you wanted to hang out live with me, you are more than welcome to do so. I've got a link for you down there that'll go to my Twitch stream. Apparently, we're fighting with the giant mantis now. Oh, it's a level 2 giant mantis. Oh, he hits hard. He's a nasty bastard. All right, well, let's go ahead and we'll try to light up the mantis. I don't know if it's going to work out for us. He seems a little bit tougher than we might be. In this game, combat... Oh, yeah, he already killed my dog. There you go. My dog is super dead. You dog-slaying bastard. Now I must destroy you, for you have annihilated the only fuzzy friendship that I have ever had in my life. The giant mantis has been destroyed. So, Balrum, what is it? Balrum is a very unique product in the entire ecosystem of Steam. That's the first way that I'm just flat out gonna put it. I've got mantis poison on me. I noticed that my health was still going down. So Balrum is a very strange game in the world of RPGs on Steam, but honestly, I think that plays to its benefit. This is also a very unique game, even though it's a little bit odd. If I had to describe Balrum to a potential buyer, I think I would call it something like Diablo 1 gets a solid infusion of like Stardew Valley and maybe some Arcanum in there. This game is effectively a love letter to old RPGs from like 1997. This is a game that if you are searching for some level of nostalgia, I actually think it's a really good shot. If you, like me, grew up playing like Pentium 1 RPGs or like Pentium 2 RPGs, things around that era, this is probably one of those games that's going to jump out at you and allow you to kill a weekend pretty fast just running around sandboxing. This is not a game that has a ton of guidance. This is not a game that's going to teach you how to play it. This is a game that has basically no quality of life because in their attempts to emulate games from 1997, they pretty much recreated a game from 1997 when PC games back then were very much theoretical and there was no handbook for like how a game should be made or like what quality of life should go into a game, what things smooth out a gameplay experience. None of that is inside of this game, but it is for that reason that it actually, I think, captures that old school vibe very well. So this is a hack and slash RPG that takes place in an encampment in the middle of the woods. The entire world has been annihilated by the invading undead, and the last group of survivors have kind of run in. That's what I was looking for right there. That red egg is a phoenix egg. It'll allow me to resurrect my dog. There we go. My dog is now back. Come along, little buddy. Let us go and hang out. They give you the dog straight from the beginning of the game, but there's an entire skill set in this game that allows you to kind of like tame bigger and badder pets. As I was saying, though, this is a survival RPG that is mostly a sandbox. There are storylines, there are narratives, there are tasks that you can do, but a lot of your time, at least a lot of my time spent in this game, has mostly just been wandering around, like diving down into dungeons, killing stuff, chopping down trees, and generally doing random crafting. Now, there is a lot of content inside of this game. Some people, I think, are going to write this one off as like a little bit grindy or a little bit inaccessible, and I think that's like fair enough. It's not a game that's for everybody. It's definitely a game for people that have a lot of nostalgia for those early RPGs that used to come out on like 6 CDs that you had to swap out when you would go into different zones. This is that kind of game. But as of right now, our village has been attacked. A bunch of houses has been burned down and a bunch of people have been killed, and we are now investigating like how we were found by the undead in these woods when they've been protecting us for years and years and years while the rest of the world has fallen into ruin. I do have a quest log down here. I had someone in town, we're in the middle of like a major problem. People are getting knifed and murdered, and a lady's like, well, maybe a melon cake would make everyone feel better. False. Melons are just the worst. I don't like melons at all. I mean, I like watermelon, but I'm allergic to it. But I don't like cantaloupe or honeydew. They both taste like someone's bad afternoon breath. They're just gross. Now, the first thing you're going to run into with this game is that it takes a little bit of getting used to. In fact, it takes a lot of bit of getting used to. But this game is kind of a real-time turn-based hybrid. That's what I mean when I talk about like the Diablo 1 hybrid trappings that the game has. It's a game that, like, while you're wandering around the world map, it's real time. You're like clicking to move around, but when you go into combat, it's kind of like a real-time turn-based hybrid where if you take your turn fast enough, it's turn-based, but it sort of like defaults back to real time and auto passes your turn if you don't pick an action like fast enough. And so it's gonna take you a little bit of getting used to knock out sort of the lurch and kind of like the limping walk of the pacing of the game. We do have to keep ourselves fed. We do have to keep ourselves hydrated inside this game. There's a ton of random crafting skills and also just life skills that you can get, from crafting armor to crafting weapons, to trapping, to hunting, to picking locks, to farming. You have to learn all of this stuff, and in fact, that's why I came back over here. I wanted to talk to Ida, and I wanted to learn how to farm. So there we go. We paid her 300 bucks, and we have now been trained in farming. There are no limits on the amount of things that you can learn inside of this game, except for like money and except for learning points. Every time you level up, you're going to get a bunch of learning points that you can play around with. Everything from new recipes to entire new skill trees are going to cost you that money. Now that we have level 1 farming, I should be able to do a little bit of planting here, actually. So I can water this field right here, and I can water this field right here. I can water that one right there as well. And then I think if we come back into this, which tab are all my like seeds and stuff in? They're right here. So I can plant some wheat seeds right there if I wanted to do so. And so there you go. We planted 3 fields of wheat. I can probably water this guy right here. Probably water that guy right there as well. And then we could probably say we got land nettle, but that takes level 2. We've got corn seeds right there. Let's do the melon seeds. There we go. We'll drop the melon seeds on in. I don't know how much I have to babysit these crops. This is my first time planting anything inside the confines of the game, but hopefully I don't have to fiddle with it too much. I'm fully hydrated. After full hydration, I think it should fill up like buckets and things that I have on my person with water. Yeah, there they are right there. So it's filled up those water buckets so that I can water crops and things of that nature. Let's go turn in our melons. After dropping off our melons with the townsfolk, we'll get a little bit of XP. They may teach us a new skill. Those are brambles right there. For whatever reason, I think the developers thought it was hilarious to put like red plants all over the place that you can walk into and it like busts you up and you lose a bunch of health. I actually need to eat too because we don't get a regeneration buff unless we're fully fed. We're only at 83% right there. There we go. Now we're regenerating mana, and we're also regenerating health while we walk around. There are healing potions and things of that nature that you can find. You can put them on your hotkeys to get stuff done. Is she the one that wanted the melon? Who wanted the melon? Hey, I think it was Arda over here that wanted it. There we go. I've got your melons, lady. They look just right. All of them are nice, ripe, and green. Come back tomorrow and the cake will be ready by then. She makes the best potato soup in the village. One thing I think this game does really well is actually it's got like these immersive descriptions of all of the characters, and they've all got like these little conversations that you can just go through with them. Everybody has different things that they supply, different things that they have available to them on the map. You are going to be like buying stuff and selling stuff quite a bit, so get ready for that. There is a crime and punishment system as well. The punishment is that the townsfolk beat you to death. The crime is anything that they don't like. You touching their stuff, going through their crates in their houses. However, everybody goes to bed at night, and at that point, it's really easy just to rob everybody's house and get a ton of goodies. So, if you're having trouble with money or anything else like that, that's what I recommend. That's pretty much how I've gotten all of my crafting skills. Now, for now, I haven't really explored out to the bottom left down here at all. Let's see what kind of adventures we can find for ourselves, or what kind of points of interest are around. It appears as though I have found that point of interest. It's a bunch of Spidarians. So these Spidarians over here are going to attack me. I'm going to go ahead and smack them with a sword real quick. Hopefully my dog will help out with this, because I don't know if I can take 2 of them. taking 2 of them might not work out for me. I do have health potions and things. That guy's trying to run. Aw, you weenie, you better get back over here. He ran for it, man. All right, let's work on this one then. So I got him with a bleeding strike right there. You can see at the bottom, I do have a taskbar. It has different abilities on it. Has different things I can play around with. My dog is almost dead, and I don't have a ranged attack to get him. If he goes too close to the village, the villagers should get him and beat him to death. So I think it'll be all right. Oh, he's already healing. Look at you over here, man. Stop running. Why you running? I'm gonna pin you over here. There we go. Finally got him. He finally ran out of road. You want to collect these little parts because you can infuse your equipment with these little parts. If you look, like spider webs add shadow resistance, like spider eyes add spell critical chance. There is spell casting in this game. In fact, I think you can start out as a spellcaster if you want to. All of these trees are chop downable. This is a very, very sandboxy game. At some point, I haven't gotten access to it yet, but there is a building system in the game from what I've seen so far. You can buy mallets and hammers and stuff like that. I haven't built anything yet, but I've seen the things that supplement building. So far, I've done some very light blacksmithing. I have done a sapphire forest spider. What does that do? My dog's kind of beat up. Okay, so he throws stuff at me. Oh, and he can teleport. What a horrifying little woodland creature. It does look like he's got some loot back there, though, and I want it. So let's go ahead and jump him and see if we can get him. There you go. Work on him. Yup, let him have it. Good boy. That's what I'm talking about, Jax. Get all up into that spider throat and take him out. All right, a few more spider parts, but none of them seem specific to a sapphire spider just yet. We can mine all these rocks, too, if you're annoyed by them being in the way and you not being able to get to your little loot troves back here. We've got a white hat. Not bad. Increases our armor and our vitality. I'll take it. Throw it on my head. Nice. I've got like a little hat on now. I mean, it's not the most attractive hat in the world. We've also got some flame arrows in there and a shovel. That's actually good selling loot. So I'll go ahead and take it. I'm going to have to whittle my way through all these rocks to get to that corpse over there, too, to get the bones. But I don't see much else over here. The townsfolk do have daily tasks. They will do things like chop down trees or like work on ore nodes and stuff like that. How much it affects the world and how much it like terraforms things, I don't really know so far. Haven't seen it change anything around, but people have daily tasks and like schedules that they adhere to. It's very lightweight. We found gold ore and a bear tooth inside of a hole in the ground. Okay, oh, there's some kind of castle or something over here. What is that? Is there anything bad over here? Normally locations like this have something that wants to wound me. Oh, there's a trapdoor right there. Let's go ahead and quick save real fast. The saving system in this game, I swear to God, there's auto saves at very specific points, but the game doesn't tell you when they are. When you load into the game, save your game manually. Also, F5 is quick save. And just because, so it's not going to say your quick save is in this list right here. You just hit this quick load button and it goes back to whatever the most chronologically recent save was that you've made. Usually a quick save. But there's some confusion and some weird things about this menu right here. Like I said, no quality of life. This game is more old school than you expect, and that there's like a lot of weird things that you're going to have to wrap your head around. Oh, it's kind of dark and spooky in here. All right, so I can put flares on the ground with torches. However, this looks like it might really hurt if I screw it up. It's also with the isometry, difficult to judge distance. Okay, yep, 900 damage, absolutely. Shockingly painful, actually. And let me guess, there's probably like a bad guy over there. Oh no, dude, my dog got vaporized. I can use the camping menu right here to like place torches. There we go. We'll put that on the ground. Apparently we press the T key and there's a little icon down here to light a torch. That's what I was looking for. I haven't really been in too many like crazy dark areas just yet. Let's see. I'm going to grab you right there. We are going to harvest all these mushrooms. Looks like there's some bug fat inside of there. Nothing really else to look. Oh, good. Somebody put their viscera all over the wall, just to really inspire me as to the safety of this location. Does any of this give, like, silver or anything else like that? Thought I saw silvery streaks. Looks like we're hungry and we're thirsty right now, so we're probably going to want to work on that too. Let's go ahead and drink out of our canteen real quick. We'll eat a couple of breads. Hopefully that'll get the HP moving. Hopefully there's not too many bad guys in here either. I'm sort of like really hesitant to resurrect my dog because we've got to go back through all those traps on our way out. And so like I know he's just going to get murdered again. I could have told him, oh, it's like a bug farm in here. Interesting. Those larvae explode when they get down to low health, so we probably don't want to beef with them just yet. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about. It's not great. I would prefer this not be going this way. Yeah, go ahead and drink a health potion. Maybe even a couple health potions would be my advice. I actually have an idea to get rid of this. Oh, okay. Yep, this idea is definitely going to have to work. Oh, dude, there was rocks right there, and you can't step on them because my character's an idiot. All right, let's go back. I feel like I would definitely choose stepping on rock before getting blown up by magic spell, but game feels differently. There we go. Made that one. Oh, no, Jax. Okay, my dog got vaporized again. All right, we'll step through this time again. All right, we're going to take another stab at Charlie. This time I made it through without taking any damage. So this is a much more fair fight now with the old Charleston. There we go. Just keep swacking him, dude. Yup, beat this guy into the ground. I know not which Charlie be the real Charlie, but it appears to me as though we have serious Charlie-related issues. Yeah, just keep hacking and whacking, man. I don't know what else to do. We'll drink a potion or two, I guess, to get ourselves out of this. I've been kind of hoarding my potions. I haven't learned alchemy yet. Come on, just keep bleeding them out. Charlie apparently had tricks up his sleeve. Go ahead and drink another potion. Is Charlie dead? I think we're solid. I think we got them all. It was a bit of an ugly fight, and we've got like 1,000,000 pounds of larva's acidic spit on us, which is a thing we'll have to deal with. But if I can get myself fed and hydrated, we'll start regenerating faster than we're losing HP right now. So let me eat a bread, drink a couple waters. There we go. And now we should start taking health back upwards. Now that we've got Charlie taken care of, I can sort of quick save again. It says there's an old lady right there, but I don't know if she's going to try to hurt me, dude. This is like a sinister universe where it's not abundantly clear. This is kind of like a sinister universe where it's not abundantly clear if everything's going to try to murder you. Okay, like you don't know until it's too late a lot of the time. It looks like this is just rotten food over here. Huh. Okay. Listen, lady. Don't make any quick moves. I see an old woman in torn, dirty black robes. She is wearing a large hat that shades her eyes. But even with that hat, I can see that her eyes have a dark yellow tint. What are you doing down here? I live here. What are you doing here? Why do you live down here? You could live in one of the villages. It would be a better life, not to mention it's safer. I don't like people. I've lived here all my life. There was a time when I lived with my husband. That was a long time ago. I totally feel you. People massively overrated. Don't the wild animals scare you? I saw a giant spider here and a few larvae. Why would they scare me? They're my children. Uh-oh, I just murdered her child. She smiles at you. I told you, they're my children. You look a little too old, but you'll do. Uh-oh. Oh, no, she opened the gates, dude. Okay, this may be one of those, like, situations where we may not be ready for the challenge that's in front of us. She's, like, trying to bomb me out with magic spells right now. And my main hope is that she can't... I've decided I don't much care about that dungeon. That dungeon does not seem to be working out for me at my current level. I definitely don't think that I can fight a wizardess and a number of other baddies all simultaneously. So we're just going to back off that challenge and come back up to the surface and kind of like lick our wounds after we've like... There, apparently I'm paralyzed by that mob right there. I can't really do anything. So I got to kind of like, wait, did he die? I was going to say, dude, I can't tell if he's dead or not. I guess he's just fighting my dog now. This guy's definitely dishing out some chunky hits. You got to even out that HP right there. There we go. We got the spider taken care of. Man, everybody wants a piece today. Like, nobody's practicing their mindfulness meditation. Everybody's amped up and ready for war. Oh, nice, a helmet, dude. We get 4 armor, and it's got, like, a set bonus on it, too. Cool. Yeah, I could put on a shiny helmet. I like having a very shiny domer. Hey, Jax, what are you doing? Get over here, bro. Don't pick any more fights, man. We need to, like, R&R and lick our wounds. We're, like, obliterated right now. We feel terrible. Like, the entire weight of the universe has just been bombing on me. Apparently, there were other lootable things over here, too. There's like a brain purge spell and a cloth robe. That's a sellable. That'll make some money. What do we have in here? Oh, a wizard's hat. There you go. That's worth 90 bucks, too. It's not for me, but it's for somebody, and somebody will pay for it back in town. This game does have a day and a night cycle. Your character also needs to sleep, so this game takes its survival mechanics fairly seriously. Like, you take some pretty big debuffs if you don't eat and if you, like, don't sleep. So I'm going to head back to town, and we're going to get our R&R on. Oh, nice. We found... Apparently... Oh, there's a larva down... Uh-oh. Ow. 398 damage. Run, fool. We can't take this fight right now. Run. Run! Drag him back to town. The townsfolk will deal with this villainy. Now is the time for napping and also taking a look at that loot that we just picked up because what? Free loot! Alright, so what did we get? It said it has 8 armor on it. That's really good. My pants only have 3 of the armors. So, like, I would love to have 8 armors. That would be great. We also need to offload some of the goodies that we found while we were inside dungeons and places like that. The vendors in this game, they have limited money, so you're going to have to keep that in mind. They run out of money frequently, and so just sort of, I guess, I just offload things when I can, alright? Like, I found that the most difficult part about making money in this game is actually that the vendors just don't have enough money for the amount of loot that you can pick up on any given day. This is a mechanic that personally I really, really think needs to go in RPGs. Vendors having limited money to buy things from you. I know that it, like, makes sense from, like, an in-universe standpoint, but that is one of my pet peeves along with carrying capacity and carrying weight. It adds nothing to the game, and it just drags things out unnecessarily. Like, it really only serves to inflate gameplay time for no gameplay benefit, other than like the player being annoyed. And so that's just, like, my take on carrying weight, carrying capacity, and limited money on vendors. Those are 3 things that if they went away, I would probably do like a celebratory river dance. The good news in this game is you don't have to deal with carrying weight, and carrying capacity honestly has not seemed like a problem whatsoever the entire time I've been playing the game for a couple of hours. So, it's not that bad. It's got 2 out of 3 things that I prefer in my RPGs. But let me do the ring right now. I'm going to go around and sell all my stuff, and then we will figure out what we want to train next, because I kind of want to pick up alchemy so I can make my own health potions. I sold off some of my goodies, so I think that we can come talk to the necromancer in town over here. And alchemy, yeah, 400 taler and 3 LP. He also teaches us how to increase our intelligence, how to increase our wisdom, and how to increase our mana. So there you go. What does I would like to learn do? Oh, we can learn magic spells over here too. That'd be fun. I definitely think... Oh, I gotta learn arcane arts level 1 though first. Okay, so there's like, be careful about clicking things inside people's houses. I don't like getting beat to death. Let's go ahead and we'll learn alchemy. So that's another 400 bucks down the tubes. What will he buy and sell? He'll take all of my armor, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and sell all the goodies that we just pulled out of that dungeon to this guy, because that'll get our cash back up. I also need healing potions. So I'm somewhat okay with spending a little bit of cash to get a couple more oh shit buttons. just in case I get thumped, because we got thumped pretty good in some of those fights, and I can always make more money. Like, I've got a couple gold nuggets and silver nuggets on me that I can sell to the blacksmith, and I can sell to a couple of other people to get my cash back up over the coming days. But let's go sleep. You can have nightmares and you can have dreams while you sleep. That's how I knew this game was inspired by, like, old 90s RPGs, is because they're playing around with weird stuff like that, too, where you can, like, fight combats in your sleep, and if you die, you wake up and don't get the benefits of sleeping. Like, there's a bunch of weird little things in this game. And so, in all honesty, I would say this is an incredibly novel RPG that's for a very specific audience. People that were there when games like Arcanum existed, people that were there for Diablo 1, people that were there for Divine Divinity, and all of kind of those early RPGs that were like kind of playing around with a lot of unique ideas and kind of in uncharted territory and weren't quite sure. Oh, we had a nightmare. I'm about to get eaten by a spider. The Frog King. He has 4,000 HP. You see a huge frog in front of me and I am safe in its presence. I think I need to talk to you. Speak, where am I? You were in a dream, and how can I wake up? We just have to talk. Why am I having these nightmares lately? The past is trying to help you. The past? Don't worry, everything will be clear. You just have to be patient. Okay. But this is an odd RPG. So, Balrum, where am I at with the title? I think overall that I like it, dude. I actually really like the game. I think it relies super heavily on, like, early memories of the Pentium 1 days of RPG gaming to really hit its stride. That is to say, like, I think nostalgia is going to be, like, a big component here of why this game works for me, so you've been warned. But if you're looking for an RPG that, warts and all, captures the essence of late 90s RPGs, probably more accurately than any other game on Steam, and you were actually there for that time period and want to live back through it, you'll probably like it. I think if you're expecting bells, whistles, quality of life, systems that immediately make sense, things that are explained to you, quest markers telling you where to go or what to do, you're going to have a terrible time with this game. This game is really going to make you want to bang your head against a wall. This is a game that's in the same vein as Divine Divinity, Arcanum, Baldur's Gate 1, Diablo 1. It is a hack and slashy tribute to that time period. You will get stun-locked and murdered by unfair mobs. You will get into areas that are too high level for you, and you will get your ass kicked in. You will have to click carefully, because there are no respecs or buybacks from what I've seen. You will accidentally move instead of attacking in the isometric combat, and you will get smoked for it, and it will be frustrating. These things will happen. These are the warts that I'm talking about. But if you're aching for super old school feeling survival RPGs, I think this game does a great job of capturing that sort of like Ultima 6 era of gaming, and I enjoyed my few hours with it. I want to play more 100%. In fact, I'm looking forward into diving into it tonight. However, this is a niche game for a specific niche of like grizzled graybeard RPG gamer grognards who want to live in the past for like the next 80 hours. And if you're not one of those people, you'll probably be one of the people on the Steam reviews that are like, I don't get it. In order to get it, you kind of had to be there. I'll see you later. Thank you for hanging out with me, and that's all I got for you. This is Balrum, and I'll be back tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet. Bye, folks.